Hello, icons. This is Asa Leveaux, founder of House of Icons, your icon architect. What I do and what we do at House of Icons is we support you in creating, positioning, and monetizing your expertise. This is technically day 50, 90-day countdown to creating $1 million in our agency. And what that means is that we have 38 days remaining, 39 days remaining. Yep, 39 days remaining um, for this endeavor. And as the thumbnail suggests, this is day 47 to 51. So we've had a few days. And first off, why do we have a few days? Memorial Day was this weekend. Not only was Memorial Day this weekend, because this is currently Tuesday. So, yeah, Memorial Day was this weekend. And this weekend, I finally, after a month, excuse me, after a month, finally had my car back. Y'all, the level of focus, the level of intention that I did in order to get my car back. You would have thought I was desiring the Olympics, but what Abraham Hicks says, you can manifest a castle as easy as you can manifest a button. Nothing is big, it's just in your desiring of it. And my mother, you guys know that I'm staying with her. My mother, after I did it, she was like, God told me not to help you financially. And it's easy. It would be easy to say things like, what kind of mom is that? Or whatever, whatever, whatever. But I gotta say, um, she did a good job not doing that. Okay, so what I'm about to do, the fan is on. The fan is on because it's right above me. I'll get congested. So get 1 second. I gotta turn the fan off. Like for real. I don't want to be sneezing and snorting and shit. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, that really had to happen. Okay. All right. So I'm very pleased that she didn't. Why am I pleased? I've manifested quite a few things in my life. I have called things into existence. I have willed things. I have conjured things. And I don't care how you feel about the language I'm using. I said conjured. I have conjured things. And there was a part of me that conjure, or what I had conjured. I needed that. I needed to remember who the fuck I was, who the fuck I am, what I'm capable of. For a minute there, I forgot. I remember now. Yeah, I remember now. I remember now. And it has made all the difference. I don't take anything. There's what they say, old saints in the church used to say things like, I wouldn't take nothing for my journey now. I overstand that. I do. Because things keep working out for me. Things just keep working out for me. Like literally, things just keep working out for me. Things just keep working out for me. Things just keep working out for me. Something that I have these last few days that I've been experiencing, some things that have come out of it. One of those things was to trust. Simply trust. Like, it's okay if I just trust. And what does trusting feel like? If I was being carried and I trusted the person, the entity to carry me, what would that feel like? And to feel like that all the time. To feel like that all the time. Because I really am cared for. I really am provided for. I'm worthy enough, good enough, precious enough. And as I don't want to get, my desire is not to fill this space with the trauma of what it is to be Black in the United States at this time, or in my almost 41 years on this planet. My experience being a Black man in the soil that I have experienced mostly has not looked like me believing or pondering the fact that I'm precious. I'm precious enough to be provided for. I'm precious enough to be provided for. What if you were precious enough to be provided for? That's one of the, so I've been thinking about questions to ask, and that's another question. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna put that on my phone right now, and I'll tell you why in just a second. You precious enough to be provided for. Okay. So, um, the reason why I did that is because, well, I did. Okay, I talked about trust. That's what came up. Let me go ahead and finish that thought. Trust came up for me, and also, excuse me, being that more people were leaving. More people were leaving. In this experience of being 25 or so minutes outside of Oklahoma City, staying in my mother's house, which is not a bad place to be, I gotta say. She has my mama. My mama is one of them bougie Black women, and I love that about her. So this is a good place to be. And having that experience for as long as I've had that experience, over a month, I didn't, you know, I wasn't asking people to come see me or pick me up to go out. So I've literally been cocooned here, planted here, however you want to call it. But a lot of the people that I was engaged in conversation with, I'm no longer engaged in conversation with. And I don't feel anything negative about it. Not in a way that's flippant or dismissive either. Like, they're just not here. I wish everyone that I was in deep relationship or even friendly relationship with that I was before would still be around. But for some reason, I look around and they are not here. And I don't desire to make up anything about why they are not here. This could be a part of their story. It is now part of their story. Whether it be while that plays a very minimum part or a highly regarded part. But the fact remains they're not around. And my circle was already small. That's the thing. My circle's already small. And my very playful and joyous around other humans I am, in person and online. So that was a shock a little bit, but it happened. And then in the last few days, spirit, divine, the the divinity of the isness of it all whispers to me that more people are gonna leave. And I'm like, my response when I heard that, I said, when that touched into my spirit, I said, I know you lying. I know you lying. I know y'all lying. There's nobody left. There is nobody left. There's nobody left. Like, what do you mean? You're gonna remove people. And lo and behold, today, y'all, I'm at the mall because it's the first time I've been to the mall in a month, and I needed a veggie situation because I ran 6 miles today. And somebody I had shown interest to and all that, they understood, that I'm leaving. And they basically, said it's nice to meet you. Hopefully we talk in the future because they've now moved away from Oklahoma City. And I was like, wait, what? Then about 2 hours ago, since I'm in this state, I like to watch friendly things, funny things, comedic things, lighthearted things. So I'm watching something, either Will and Grace or some comedy thing on one of the apps, and as far as TV, and somebody that I had been in communication with for multiple years, pseudo romantically, I get a message and they say, what did they say? They said, I have to move forward with my life, and unfortunately, I can't go backwards. Mind you, we've never been together. Mind you, I've never done anything, and I've asked. That's how I know. I've never done anything inappropriate to them. The person I need to become is somewhere out there, and I need to find him. I'm sorry, Ace. I hope you have an amazing experience filled with love and adventure. Goodbye. And my response, well, of course, is goodbye. Because you tell me goodbye, I then say goodbye. So that's two people gone in one day. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I mean, I know it's happening, but I don't know what's happening. Like, there's nobody left. And then on that same topic, I am in the process of relocating short term to New York City for the summer. And so I'm calling people today, letting them know, FYI, remember, I only have so many weekends left. And it's kind of like what I received was mm, it's almost as though the individuals that remain do not believe that I'm leaving. They don't think I'm leaving at all. I'm like, hmm, okay. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm leaving Oklahoma. When I move to New York for the summer, I will not come back to Oklahoma City until this time next year or later. And when I come back, it'll only be for a few weeks. That's it. And then after that, my plan is not to come back to Oklahoma, the States, for years. For years. Unless someone paid me some really good money. But there's too many virtual things that can happen. So there's really no need for me to come back to the States. I'm not one of those people who are like, I hate all things America. This is not accurate. That's just not accurate. Not at all. But I mean, I've done my time. The world is so huge. What are there, like 191 countries? And I've only been to 25 of them? Like, really? I'm just gonna stay here? That's nutty to me. To someone like me, that's bizarre. My intention is not to see all 50 states. I do desire to see about 100 countries, though. That's accurate. At least 100. If it's 191, 92, at least, yeah. Let me Google that. And no, I don't have Siri on my phone, so I just have to type it out. How many countries are there? 195. 195 countries. So yeah, I gotta see at least 100. That means I gotta see 75 more countries. That sounds exhilarating. That sounds so epic to even conceive, to imagine. I'm in 100 countries. The stories I will tell my grandkids. Like Daddy Ace been everywhere, baby. Settle down. Let me picture your drink and let me tell you about it. Definitely interested in that reality one day. So, also, today started launch week of Icon Domination. So, what does that mean? That means via social media or any communication platform that we have, we are letting people know that what we have been building really over the course of the last 2 years, but really intentionally over the last, you know, 50 days or so, is finally coming with the launch date being Friday. So this is Tuesday. So on Friday, we actually let the world know what exactly it is. And I love that for me. I love that for us. I love that for them. Because I see the 7 people. I can see the 7 people saying yes. Just like I manifested this car being fixed. Now, some of y'all may be like, Ace, it's just a car being fixed. There are mechanics everywhere. But see, you don't understand the story around the car. Excuse me. What was happening in life with the car. With a lot you don't get. So it's not just, well, Ace, you got a car, it needs to be fixed. So you paid a person. Mm-mm. No. It's a lot more to it than that. A lot more. There's a lot I'm not saying that I will say. And since no one is currently on while I'm recording this, it's not like anyone's asking me specific questions. So one day I'll talk about it. Just not needed right now. I'm just relishing in the fact that it's done and I get to drive and have freedom and mobility. Such a real thing for me. But yeah, this is launch week. This is launch week. This is launch week. Yeah, this is launch week. So I would love to start getting people on the calendar. That's the next thing, getting people on the calendar. Really getting people on the calendar and supporting them in that way. That's really the next thing. So I need to make sure. Let me write that down. I need to test out. That's something I haven't done. I haven't tested the calendar for that. I need to test it. Where's it at? Yes. If you're in sales, you might believe in the ABCs. Always be closing. If you are a marketer, it's always be testing. And so that's important to me. So do outs, test calendar. Okay. Yeah, I don't wait. Uh, Lately, if I have a thought like it needs to happen, I need to jot it down. It needs to go somewhere, and I'm doing my best to do things on my phone rather than writing things down because I can write it down and it just goes away. Y'all, this is happening. This is happening. Pride is this weekend. As a pansexual person in this world, I am excited. This is the kickoff of Pride season. So in Oklahoma City, Pride is June 1st and 2nd. Well, actually, May 31st through June 2nd. My birthday is June 2nd. And so it's beautiful how Pride and my birthday have coincided this year. And then next weekend, my intention is to be in Dallas for Black Pride because they have a Juneteenth Black Pride, mashup. And then the following week, do like some going away stuff, and then I'm out of here. Y'all, I'm out of here. And New York has three prides the weekend I get there: Newark, New Jersey, Harlem, and New York City. Like New York City. Like all three prides, excuse me, are happening simultaneously the first weekend. That's how I kick off my summer in New York City. I feel like I'm 23, 22 having this experience, but when I was 22, 23, I was married. I was married with a child and was loving every single iota of that experience. And now I get to be as giddy as I probably would have been if I would have known about myself. I didn't even know I was pan or bi or queer in any way at that time. I didn't know. I was focused on people that I loved, and those people were women, and that's it. Still love women, but that was all I had the capacity for. All I allowed myself to have the capacity for. Hell, it wasn't even allowing. I didn't know. Um, but life unfolds. So this may be rambling now. Um, Tomorrow I get to go to the chiropractor. Oh, because this neck situation, baby, um, gotta get that out. So I have a chiropractic thing that has to be done quickly because I also have a sales call tomorrow about the software. Um, yeah, yeah. It's all working out. It's all working out. Oh, speaking of which, I signed my lease today in New York. Like the New York lease, I signed it today. I signed it. And that scares me a little bit. Um, remember, I was unhoused. That's how I got here. I was unhoused. I was sleeping on my brother's floor. I was sleeping on my brother's floor. So there is a little bit of apprehension around signing that and knowing what that means. And but again, trust, trust. What if it all worked out? What if it was okay? So with that, I see myself on Fifth Avenue in New York City. I'm going from store to store, and the reason why I'm there is I am purchasing the gratitude gifts for the icon clients that have said yes to icon domination. Because not all of them are Gucci people, not all of them are Louis people, not all of them are Hermes people, not all of them are Balenciaga people, not all of them are Prada people. Well, I got to wear something fly that day, and I see it. I'm fly as fuck. Yeah, going to store with my bags. I get to buy because the people said yes. Those lifelong relationships with the people there at those stores, like those are my people at those stores. Like I have a person at Hermes, I have a person at Gucci, I have a person at Louis. This is my life now. Writing the handwritten cards saying thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for trusting us. Your life is not going to be the same because of us. Yeah. And with that,